Thursday, nice to have you with us on the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. How's it going? Having a good day? I hope so. It's going to be a hot one. Man, we are in this kind of crazy stretch of weather. If you're up early, you might have seen the rain come through. Not much evidence of it out there right now. The pavement outside our CBSN Minnesota Morning Update headquarters is all dry. Here's your forecast for today. It's the wind that's going to keep it, that dried things off. When I walked in this morning, it was incredibly windy. It doesn't look that windy out there right now. By noon, though, it's going to be pretty warm, already 76 degrees. Average right now is 71, 74.
As a high.
As a high. Wow. Katie Steiner here.
Yep, today will be about 10 degrees warmer than average.
Yeah, so it's going to be, what, 84? Oh.
Yeah.
But look at those winds, and that's what that squiggle means at 4 p.m. That is a wind. That's a breeze.
But
it comes in like a thin puff, and then explodes.
Expands.
Right.
The thing that,
that's how wind works.
We're limited in our graphics because it's going to be sunny all day long and windy all day long.
Tough.
So you have sunny at noon and windy at 4, but it's really like interchangeable.
Yeah.
The only thing that's not interchangeable is the moon.
It's true.
Because we won't see that until later.
That's profound.
Yes.
It's the only thing that's not interchangeable. It's true. So that's the deal today. Tomorrow it'll be rainy in the morning, cooler, but then this weekend, hot.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. You listen to my forecast.
Yeah, I listen every day.
Oh, this is amazing.
I know honored. Everyone thinks I don't listen.
Sometimes it's hard when you're like focusing on your show, though.
Yeah. No, I'm always listening.
Well, we appreciate
listening. Always. Not in a creepy way. Let's talk about that. Well, sometimes. Let's talk about this fascinating story that actually goes in line with the conversation I was having with a friend yesterday about young people and vaccinations and whether young people should have the authority to decide if they want to get themselves vaccinated, maybe even vetoing their parents' hesitations. England will join the U.S. and start offering COVID vaccines to kids younger than 16. They're finally doing this, but the government there is going one step further. Kids can get the shot in England without their parents' consent. So now young people have to demonstrate to a health official that they're mature enough to make the decision. So maybe you have a little conversation. Are you sure? Whatever. In the United States, there actually are a handful of states that let minors get vaccines without their parents' permission. There are certain vaccinations that maybe parents say like, I don't know. But the courts in some states have ruled that, you know what, this is the child's future. It's their body. It should be their decision here. Pretty interesting, I think. It's a tough one. As a dad of a 16 and a now 14-year-old, I feel like I'm their father. Like, I should be making this choice. But maybe the kid at age 16 or 14 should be able to make a choice. So that's our question to you. What do you think about this? Should a kid be able to get a vaccine without their parents' permission? Is there an age that you think would be like, yep, after 14, maybe it's 12. Share your thoughts on the WCCO TV Facebook page, and we'll share some of your thoughts coming up in a minute. Supreme Court may make a decision today about the future of Minneapolis police and the question about that on the ballot. This is just fascinating, right? People in Minneapolis signed all of these petitions to get this question on the ballot. But there's been a debate with the city council and with the mayor as to whether the verbiage that's going to go on the ballot is clear. So the Minnesota State Supreme Court will take this up. Earlier this week, a Hennepin County judge said, nope, this language isn't clear. Now, maybe it's impossible to have it clear because no one knows exactly what's going to happen after the Minneapolis Police Department is replaced with the Department of Public Safety. But is that a political decision this judge is making? Is this kind of a content, who's to say if it's misleading or not? Boy, it's just fascinating from a legal standpoint. So this lower court judge said, yep, it's misleading. Early voting starts tomorrow, so the ballots were already printed. So voters will see this question on the ballot tomorrow. If they answer it, their vote won't count. At least that's the lower court ruling. And that absentee and early voting starts tomorrow. So we'll see. Both sides filed court briefings in this late yesterday. And so you would expect the Supreme Court will decide before early voting starts tomorrow. Minnesota officials say they are seeing COVID-19 cases rising rapidly in schools. This is just, do what you will with this information. I know health officials are sort of wondering, is case count the best way to track what's going on here? But we are seeing cases in classrooms. Health Department in Minnesota said they're seeing about 150 COVID-19 cases in classrooms every day last week. Monday of this week, about 600 cases. This is throughout the whole state. There are a lot of kids in school. But it does tell you that cases are showing up. Yesterday, around 500. MDH says, we do expect to see these numbers keep rising. More establishments are requiring proof of a COVID-19 vaccine. So if you want to go see a concert at First Avenue, a lot of the Hennepin Avenue Theater, the Ordway, a couple of restaurants requiring it now. If you want to eat indoors at W.A. Frost in St. Paul, you need proof of a vaccine. I had to show proof to go to an industry wine tasting the other day this week. But that paper card doesn't really fit in your wallet, and sometimes you forget it. And so now there's an app. You can get the whole thing. The app is called Docket. Minnesota Department of Health said, I think Docket is a separate business, and the Department of Health is a part of it. So, they've authorized their information. It's pretty slick. I downloaded this. I actually had to fill out a request to change my phone number because a phone number that was linked to my vaccinations is my landline. But all of this is pretty easy. So you just put your name, your date of birth, your phone number, nothing more identifying than that. And up it pops. Kind of neat. It's all your vaccinations. Docket app is free to download, and I saw it in the Google Play Store and in the iTunes store for iPhone. 4 space tourists this morning are in orbit. These civilians, the first ever all-civilian space flight. They're in real space, not to kind of downplay what our bazillionaire space tourists did, but these guys are really in orbit. SpaceX successfully launched the Inspiration 4 crew from the Kennedy Space Center last night. They'll orbit the Earth for 3 days before splashing down off the Florida coast. Part of this is a charity drive for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. They are the best of the best. 12 nominees in the running for the 2021 National Hall of Fame, the Toy Hall of Fame. Come on, the Cabbage Patch Kids, the game Risk, American Girl dolls. How is Battleship not in there? Oh, this thing, the little popcorn popper that kids, I love all these toys.
Oh.
Right?
It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, we've got Katie's
I was just I haven't been to a casino. And Jason's like, yep.
Oh, this is very exciting. This is... How about that? Where is Steiner? Where is she? Don't turn her microphone on. It's so mean. All right. Anyway, only 3 of the toys will be inducted in November. Katie just recounting a little moment that happened during our morning show today. Hershey's skipping right past fall and going straight to Christmas with the launch of their new products. You think the Grinch is going to want to keep these handy to snack on when he's bored? Sugar Cookie Kisses. And that kind of flavor note will be in their Hershey Christmas chocolate bars, too. Reese's is getting a bit of a holiday makeover. Reese's Peanut Brittle Peanut Butter Cups. That might be a little too chunky. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. And then there's the Kit Kats. Gingerbread Cookie Kit Kat bar. That looks kind of good. All right, so get ready for this. We're glad we don't live in Florida, right? I think so. I mean, there are benefits to Florida, but there are also negatives. And one of the negatives, alligators. Take a look at what this woman caught on camera.
Get away from me.
Uh-huh. Yep, no. I'd say that too, probably. And then you get out your paddle. Go away. Uh-huh. And then you get out the paddle, and you just give them just like a little.
Oh my God!
A little shove, but then you.
With my paddle.
Yeah. A woman is a 60-year-old named Vicky, and she estimates that gator was about as long as her stand-up paddleboard, about 10 feet. Vicky said at one point when that alligator, so the alligator's coming over, and then little teeth. That's horrifying.
No way.
You know, keep rolling, though. Don't put that camera down. You better keep rolling the video.
Gosh. Like, what?
Hang on. I got my paddle in one hand and my iPhone in the other. This is going to be, I'm going to go viral. Very strange. She did. Yeah, she did. All right. Katie's back in the room now. Did you know they turned on your microphone for a bit?
Oh, gosh, that's awkward. I was talking to my mom.
Oh, you were talking to your mom on the phone?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard you, just so you know, full disclosure.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm
I probably
sure it
was
an
giggling
accident.
a lot.
You were talking about the casino. Yeah.
My mom missed it, and Dad thought it was hilarious. Our little moment on the news this morning.
Yeah. You know, that's why you got to watch. Never miss a moment of any of our programs.
Especially when Jason is single anchoring, because you never know what's going to happen.
You do never know. Heather keeps things a little more under control when she's around
does.
here.
Thank
Let's get to some of your feedback about young people and vaccine. How much power should kids have to sort of choose their own destiny when it comes to vaccinations? Becca? Yeah, Becca starts like the same way I'm thinking about this. Like, I don't know. Like, I see the benefit and the negative. Would this mean kids of anti-vaxxers could get vaccinated? Yes, but there is a flip, right? Kids could refuse when their parents want them to get vaccinated. Yep. Interesting. Thanks, Becca. Here's Sarah. No, they're minors. It should really be a conversation between parent and child without government interference. Yeah, both my kids wanted to get vaccinated on the first day that it was available. So they wanted to be able to hang out with their friends. And so there you go. Suzanne says, I think I'm okay. A young teenager, 14 plus, with a mature reason. Yeah, I mean, it is that person's body. It's interesting. Such an interesting choice. I mean, teenagers at that age are making other decisions about what they're doing with their body without mom and dad's permission. I don't know. This is a tricky one. Very tricky. Melody, we're in weird times. I'm actually okay with it, given the current events. Normally, I'd be a bit more hesitant. When you think about your answer to this question, you have to think about how you would feel about it if it went the other way, the way you didn't want it to go, right? So if you're pro-vaccination, which, you know, we know most of America is getting vaccinated, but if, you know, you might say like, yeah, I'm in favor of this, but then flip it and see if you still feel like, yep, a teenager should be able to make their own decision this way. Tough one. That's why I like it. Good topic. Our producer, Chris Job, came up with that one today. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate that, and we appreciate you. Thanks for joining us on the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update, your only local streaming news source. We're it. And we love being able to provide you news as it happens all day here on CBSN. Thanks for watching us. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.